today at this episode of SITT. Right, now, one thing I get asked all the time, or people come to complain about, is that they go to see the doctor, they prescribe their medication, and it's not working. Yeah, and so today I'm going to list 4 things why it's not working. So I'll get into it immediately. Number 1 is that you have not even started taking the medication. Of course, that's an obvious one. I've had people, they prescribe their medication, they pick it up and they go home, and I ring them in a week or 2. I say, how are you getting on? They say, no, I'm not feeling well. I say, okay. So what's the problem? How are you taking your medication? He said, oh, I haven't started taking it. I said, oh, that's interesting. Come on, how is it gonna work? If you're prescribed something for depression or for heart condition, how are you going to feel better? See, one of the things people say to me, oh, I've read the leaflet, and the side effects are terrible. I can't bear to take this. And I always like to remind people, you see, the patient information leaflet, what you read on the side effects, by law, the manufacturers are meant to list all those things. It doesn't mean you're going to get it. It doesn't mean that. In fact, most times you could take all that medication, there won't be any side effects. So when you're prescribed, how do you know whether you're going to get those side effects? Yes, you could take those medications and get the side effect, but in most cases, you do find out that the side effect will come up, maybe 1 or 2, and they are not unbearable. In other words, you can tolerate them. You find out after one day or 2, after a week or 2, you get better. And even if the side effect becomes unbearable, your GP will change it. Now, while I'm on this, I want to remind you guys, if you haven't seen my video of important agreement that can save your life, please check out that video, because I've mentioned a few more things there. So number 2 is why I'm talking about why it hasn't worked. Number 2 is people have not followed the regime. Sometimes there's a reason why your medications are prescribed to be taken once a day or twice a day. There's something we call half-life. Now, when you take a medication, it goes into your system. It goes in, being broken down, and it peaks in your body. Some medication, you take them once a day. The reason why you take them once a day is that, and also it has to be the same time every day. So assuming you take medication, say in the morning, and it's only once a day, what that means is that when you take it in the morning, it goes into your system, it peaks. Before the peak start dropping will be after 24 hours. That's when you now take your second dose. Just like when some medications are taken twice a day, it means when you take them, after 12 hours, it peaks in your system. And before the peak starts dropping, it's time to take the second one. So when you're giving very important medication, whether it's for your heart condition or for mental health, and you're told to take it once or twice a day, please take it once or twice a day. There's a reason why you're told to take a medication twice a day. And it's funny when I speak to people, I say, oh, you're prescribing medication twice a day, how are you getting on with it? You'll say, I took it yesterday. Yeah, how many times? Only once. Oh, I forgot it today. But come on, how is it gonna work? So follow the regime, take it as is directed. If you're told to take it twice a day, take it twice a day. Now, there's a caveat there. It's a different thing when you're prescribed medication for sleeping, when it is required. In other words, you take it when you need it. Or you're taking painkiller as when you need it. Talking of painkiller, now, you see, if you are in pain, because people are in so much pain, and they go to the doctor and they prescribe painkiller for them, and they take it only once. See, when you're in so much pain is when you're meant to take your medication, the maximum. When I mean maximum is, if for example, you're prescribed a painkiller to be taken 3 times a day. Now, if you're at a point where your pain is so bad that is unbearable, then take the painkiller 3 times a day, judiciously, every day. the time to start tapering off or dropping off is when the pain is under control. So if you have a musculoskeletal pain, either a joint pain or shoulder pain or backache, which is very common, take the medication the way it's prescribed by your doctor or your GP. Then when you start feeling better is when you start taking it as needed. Also, I want to say, if you've gone to a pharmacy to buy a painkiller for anything, ideally I would say take it for about 3 days. If it doesn't work, then see your GP. But those are the kind of painkillers or medication you can take as when needed. But medications that are for your depression or heart condition or blood pressure condition or diabetes, those medications are meant to be taken judiciously every day as prescribed, not when you remember, otherwise they're not going to work. The third point I want to make is that this is very common. See, people stop taking medication when they feel better. I speak to somebody, they say, oh, I've started taking my medication and then, oh, my blood pressure is fine now, so I can stop it. I say, no, your blood pressure is fine because the medication is working. And people don't want to, I always say when you're prescribed something for blood pressure or diabetes, most of the time it's for life or for heart condition. So take them as they're prescribed. It doesn't that you're feeling better doesn't mean you should stop them, especially if the GP have told you otherwise, or your doctor have told you, or your specialist have told you otherwise. Take them as prescribed. Don't stop them when you start feeling better. You get that with antibiotics. Even people are prescribed antibiotics to take for 7 days or for 10 days. They take it for 4 or 5 days, or they say, oh, I feel better. See, the problem with that is that you're giving the microorganism, the bacteria, the chance to mutate and become resistant. Yeah, so when you're prescribed things like antibiotic, please take the whole course and finish the course. Don't stop it when you feel better. The fourth and the final one is the false belief that only one course is enough. So if you have heart issue with heart condition, maybe you're prescribed something like a statin, like simvastatin, and for your cholesterol, and you've taken them, maybe normally they prescribe a month supply for you, and you've taken them every day, and you finish the whole 1 month supply, and that is it. You say, oh, that's it, it's done. No, it's not done. Most of the time, you need to go back to your GP or to your doctor and let them know you have finished the course. Maybe they haven't put it on your repeat. Maybe it's not on a repeat cycle. It will not be on your repeat cycle, maybe because it's the first time. It doesn't mean that after the first time, all is good. It means that after the first time, you go back to your GP and they will assess you, see how you're getting on, make sure that no side effect or issue is stopping you from taking them. Then they will now put it on a second prescription, and probably after that, it will be on a repeat cycle. So please, when you're prescribed certain medication for chronic condition, it means you're meant to take it for life, unless a doctor says otherwise or your GP says otherwise. Or maybe there's a worrying side effect that is stopping you from taking it. But if there's a worrying side effect, you still have to see your prescriber, because like I've always said, every condition has various medication. It doesn't mean that because that one is giving you side effect, the rest will give you side effect. It's a matter of trial and error. No specialist will tell you that this particular medication is one for you. It might work for you, it might not work for you. But if you don't sort of keep them in the loop or how things are going, how are they meant to know that that particular medication is giving you side effects? So please, medications for chronic conditions are meant to be ongoing and not a one-off. Thank you for watching again. Don't forget to subscribe, because videos are dropping constantly, and I bet you're going to be picking up fantastic information. Please subscribe so that I'll be able to be releasing more. And if you have any topic, any common element, anything that is worrying you, any medication that you want me to talk about, don't forget to mention in the comment. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.